Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the National Guard products D648DKB bristle style door bottom. This is a piece of, well, door bottom is really where you're going to see this mostly, but it can also be used as a perimeter seal depending on your door application. This is the D648 is representative of the profile. You're going to have an aluminum holder with an inserted nylon brush. Okay. Typically what will happen is when this is shipped from the factory, it will be crimped somewhere, meaning that when the bristle in its steel holder is inserted into the aluminum extrusion, that's, I believe, called a retainer, not a holder. This would be the holder. Somewhere along the way it will be crimped. Generally at the end is where it's crimped, and it's evidence that it's been inserted this way, because sometimes there'll be a little bristle that will hang over. The DKB refers to the fact that the aluminum extrusion on this is in a dark bronze finish. It's also available in a mill finishes as well. So those two different colors or finishes you'd be able to get your hands on. There is an image below this video showing everything important dimensionally about the item. Let's go over that now. First of all, you can see the width of the holder is 1 inch. Then an overall height is going to be 1 3/8. That is indeed the case. You're going to have 1 inch worth of bristle and then 3/8 worth of holder. Where people are going to use this really is where I'll see this installed in the inverted bottom channel of a door. This would be too much door bottom to work typically. Well, let's think that through a little bit. 5/8, 3/4. This would be actually perfect for an inverted bottom channel of a typical hollow metal door. If you had a 3/4 inch undercut, and let's say that inverted bottom channel is about 1/2 inch. Okay, so you could see that if you were needing to go all the way down to the sill below that, maybe if there isn't a threshold involved, this would very likely work. Or I've seen certain manufacturers of hollow metal doors that have an unusually high inverted bottom channel, or top channel for that matter, inverted bottom channel height. So perhaps the mathematics of the height of this would work out for you. You'd have to determine that. Okay. I have also seen this installed in unusual applications where I've seen this material installed in hospitals, even though it may not necessarily be compliant with the fire rating of the opening because of an excessive gap. But I've seen this installed on double egress doors where they're using this to seal off the doors, as well as to stopping the transmission of sound, air, dust, debris, things of that nature. So I've seen it installed there as well, even though it's rather unsightly. If it solves your requirement, then there you go. People have also bought this for use in unusual applications, at least unusual for me. I've seen people install this onto the bottom of overhead doors, where they've got the door will stop and they need to weather seal this off, and this material is rather perfect for it, whatever the case is. Now, bristle actually is an incredibly effective seal material. What's nice about bristle, if you're using it as certainly as a door sweep, bristle has a way to contour itself to an irregular floor surface. If my fingers were to represent an exaggerated irregular floor surface, you can see those bristles really get around that perfectly and not allow any sort of light to come through. At least not that we can detect on the camera. And the logic of that is, if you're installing this onto an application that requires that sort of criteria to be met, such as a restaurant, the inspector that's what they're looking for. If daylight can come through, so can a critter. So bristle is very much appropriate for those applications because it's known to be effective to keep daylight out, which means it keeps everything else out. So that's one reason that people like bristle a lot, and it's incredibly long lasting. It's very effective. It gives the ability to properly seal a door and still not be a large obstacle to a door closer needing to pull the door closed, because of its ability to simply tailor itself in a very supple sort of fashion, even with a large bristle like this. And it's quite dense too. It's very nice quality bristle from National Guard. Bristle also has a very good ability at extreme temperature range, very cold, very warm. It works in all. This is available in several different lengths on the website, and screws are included. Those screws are in a complementary finish. I have a 6 by 3/4 or 6 by 1. 6 by 3/4 they're called. They're not stainless steel screws, they're steel based, just for the record. Now, several different lengths are available on the website. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and indicate in the comment field what length you'd like for us to cut the material back to. The reasoning is if you had to take this 48-inch piece and cut it down to, say, 44-inch, you'd eliminate that first slotted hole that's there. And while that's possibly not too big of a deal, it's nice to have the original slotted holes from the factory, because it allows you to tailor this item on the door or on the jamb, however you're applying it, to account for a variety of conditions. A sill that's not level, or perhaps a door that's no longer plumb, or the jambs are toed in or out some way. It could account for a fact that when you're pre-drilling the hole for the screws, the drill bit has a tendency to walk a little bit before it pierces through, whether it's steel, aluminum, wood, fiberglass, stainless, bronze, whatever you're drilling into. So it's nice to have that slotted hole from the factory, because it will allow you to set the weather stripping in its final position of installation to achieve the most effective seal condition. You know, an ineffective seal, whether it's too much or too little, is the same as not having a seal, really. So if you ordered a custom length, we'd not only locate that first slotted hole at the proper distance from the edge, but the proper center to center as well. The name National Guard is synonymous with all things weather stripping related, and if you have more than an occasional need of weather stripping, by all means familiarize yourself with their full line product catalog, which you can review at the link below this video to their manufacturer's page. If you have any questions on the National Guard D648DKB L angle or 90-degree angle style bristle weather strip, or any other National Guard product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.